Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a champion guide for Hakkhorn Smashlord, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, let's go ahead and pull up Hakkhorn in the Skinwalkers and the legendary HP Magic Affinity right here. This is Hakkhorn Smashlord. By the way, great name, incredible name for a big Skinwalker legendary with a massive hammer with spikes on it, so love that. And then as always, for my champion guides, I'll have one of these little infographics here that'll be down in the video description for you to kind of pull up and look at. But first, I'll kind of go over the abilities, and in general, I wanted to do a guide on this because I think a lot of people just assume that Hakkhorn is trash, and he may not be like in the god tier of excellent legendaries, but he is absolutely amazing for like speed farming the arena and just kind of being lazy and fighting against arbiters and you know, turn meter boosters and stuff. He can really help you kind of smash the arena and be able to cleanse freezes and all of that. So wanted to get this out, and I'll go over his abilities here quick. The base speed of 99 and attack one enemy with a 40% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn. Pretty good A1. Anytime we can get a stun on an A1 that's based off HP, we can book that up to a 55% chance. Or wait, no, 45-55. Okay, so 55% chance to stun on an A1 based off HP. That's a pretty good A1. The A2 is really the calling card, and why I tend to use him in arena when I do. It's going to be removing all debuffs from all allies, so a full team cleanse. Then heal all allies by 15% of this champion's HP, so that's the better version of healing. Heals each ally by an extra 10% of this champion's max HP for each debuff removed from them. Places a block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's incredible. We're doing a full team cleanse, a pretty big heal, then a block debuffs for 2 turns. That's like, in terms of an arena team that's going to go second, like you're going to absorb something from the other team. This is like one of the best abilities in the game in terms of what you would want to do after you absorb something from the other team. Now, one thing you do have to be careful of is fighting against Torments, because this has a couple different ways that you can really get frozen. You know, the heals on all your allies and stuff, and the placing of the block debuffs. So you may want to think about avoiding, you know, like evenly matched Torment teams, but remember, they're thinking about reworking Torment coming up soon here, and that might make Hakkhorn Smashlord even better if Torment all of a sudden, you know, gets nerfed or reworked. He could be even better than he is currently, but I'll show you how I kind of play with him in the arena, and it's really super easy. You don't have to really worry about the Torment freezing you and all that. And then we've got Blood Offering, sacrifices HP equal to 50% of this champion's max HP, then attacks all enemies. Damage inflicted is equal to 50% of this champion's max HP. This attack is always a normal hit. The HP sacrifice will happen even if it kills this champion, and it is obviously going to be based off of HP. So kind of an interesting ability because it can't crit or anything. It's always going to be a normal hit, which really hurts it in terms of being a DPS ability. It can't really scale with a critical, and it can actually kill him, and he can kind of kill himself doing this ability. So you can get yourself in a little bit of trouble, and it doesn't hit as hard as obviously you would like something on a 4-turn cooldown that's going to be hurting yourself. So I wish this had some sort of like a debuff attached to it, a little, or even like a buff like that you do on this champion or on your team, some sort of other utility if it's not going to hit hard and it's going to sacrifice. So that's not like a super impactful ability for him. I think he's mainly good because of his A1 stun, and then this ability right here can be really huge in the arena. He's also got an aura that increases ally HP in dungeons by 33%. So yeah, let me go ahead and we'll close this, and I'll go pull up my Hakkhorn. And I'll show you the gear and kind of the masteries, and then we'll take him for a spin in the arena and kind of go over that. Alright, so here he is, and so in terms of gear, the immunity set is really, really good on him because I use him in kind of a way to counter the speed meta, and which means the other team is probably going to go first a decent amount of times. So I need the immunity set on him so that he can get off his rallying bellow and kind of cleanse everything and block debuffs on my team. So as long as I make it so he can't get like provoked or stunned or something, give him the immunity set. It's really GG on him because then he's guaranteed to get off his rallying bellow. And the cool thing is he does that on auto. You can just throw him in your arena team, auto, and boom, away you go. You're kind of lazy speed farming the arena. So immunity, speed set, pretty good on him. Let him go as soon as possible. If you are playing a team that doesn't use like a speed meter booster because they're scared of Torment, if you get him up to a decent amount of speed, like, you know, 215, 220, 230, he can actually go first in a lot of scenarios, place that block debuffs, and once you do that, you're off and running, and you're probably going to win. So in terms of gear, you're obviously looking for a lot of HP. So you know, your rings, defense, HP, your best blend of like getting that raw stat. Amulet, you can see mine there. Now it is good to get a decent amount of accuracy on him because of the stuns. I would like to get a little bit more accuracy on him. He's at like 140 right now. I really like to at least get him like over 200, but then I'd be sacrificing the HP here. There is an argument to be made for putting an accuracy banner on instead. The problem is this banner was really good. It's got lots of speed and lots of HP, the 6-star HP, so definitely not a bad idea to use accuracy, but this was kind of the best one I had available when I was building him, so we went with that. Then in terms of the gloves, I was just looking for like my best blend of speed and HP. You can also make a case that you need accuracy and that type of stuff, but I didn't have a lot of choices. The immunity set is kind of a tough one to farm, so my immunity pieces might not be like perfect. Then obviously you're probably going to want an HP chest, and it's the arena, and he's kind of going first in my rotation, so probably speed boots. And then if you want to see the other pieces, here they are. You're kind of just looking for speed, defense, HP, and accuracy. So boom, there's that. And then if you wanted to see the total stats again, that's kind of how I have mine built, and he definitely runs through gold 4. So in terms of the masteries, admittedly, there's probably a few different ways to go with him, and this is my first go around how I built him. So definitely, you know, theory craft your own. Don't just blindly follow my masteries. This could change at some point. I went with the higher chance to stun because I really want to use him to kind of clear the higher stages of the Skinwalker's faction wars. He's going to be really good in faction wars because of the heals, the block debuffs. Stun is amazing in faction wars. He's got it on his A1, so he's legendary. He'll have good stats. He should be very, very good in faction wars. So I did want to use him in that utility, and I already, you know, speed farm gold 4 anyway, and I'm very efficient with like a 99% win rate. So I went with that route to help out with faction wars, and you can kind of see the rest of the tree there if you want to pause it or pull it up or look at the infographic. I won't bore you for 5 minutes going over that, but that kind of covers masteries. And yeah, if you see my great haul here, I'm of the feeling that it's better to stay in gold 4 and be super efficient with your medals and just speed farm the arena. Like, yes, I could probably go up to platinum, but then I'm getting 5 medals instead of 4, and the matches are like 10 times tougher. So I'm not really getting a reward for my investment of difficulty and time. So I like to just build a team to run through gold 4. I'm 343-4 as of now this week. Like 3 or 4 of those losses are me just trying to have fun on stream and purposely playing really tough teams and putting it on auto. So I could easily, you know, have a 100% win rate for a whole week, you know, with Smashlord kind of cleansing and, you know, doing his thing in the arena. So I'll kind of show you how it works here. All right, so here's a well, that one's really bad. I mean, I guess I'll do it just to show you how you can kind of run through. So there's the boost. And now you can see it got frozen because of Torment. And now my Smashlord gets to go. Boom. Now I am not able to be debuffed. So amazing. You're going to want to be careful of people like Ray. Like AoE buff removal can really mess up a team with Smashlord. So definitely get, you know, learning the characters that have that. And be careful when you're facing them if you're going to run like a Smashlord team. But yeah, so this has decent, you know, power. And it should be an easy win. Now, all the way up until like platinum, it's semi-easy to avoid Torment. It's not like every single match you're gonna be playing Torment. I'm in gold 4 and I can easily avoid Torment. It's not like he's in every single fight. And I'm not even at like the beginning stages of gold 4. I'm all the way up at like 3600, and it's pretty easy to avoid Torment. Here's one with Duchess. We can play here and show you kind of how good it is at speed farming through gold 4. So I'll do this one and a couple more. Maybe find like a you know, a tougher one or a couple different examples here. And then I'll kind of review the champion and rank him in all the different areas of the game. But admittedly, he's really going to be an arena and faction wars specialist for you. Duchess is pretty insane. I kind of undervalued Duchess when she first came out. And the more I play the game and kind of see other people using her, I've been sliding her up the board on my tier list. Duchess is pretty damn good. So yeah, it's funny, after, you know, the tournament meta, people using a lot tankier teams in the arena. It used to just be all in on speed, but we're seeing a lot of different comps come out. So tournament was kind of good for the game, but kind of overdone. I think if they rework him and get him to be performing right, we could get to a, you know, a little bit healthier place in the arena. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Here's a tournament team, so we can kind of see the effect of. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, so I got one person frozen by my Hakkhorn, but it's gonna end up being okay. And like I said, even if you go against Tormund, it's something that you should be okay with most of the time, unless you just get horrible RNG. And then you end up in these the most annoying part of it, honestly, since Tormund is coming to the game, is some of these arena fights can take, you know, 2-3 minutes. You're sitting here just pounding on a Tormund over and over and over. So you get to this point where you know you won and it's over, but you have to sit here and pound on the other team while their Tormund just sits there alive, freezing you and stuff. Freezing you and provoking you. But Bad L is a pretty bad champion against Tormund because of all the healing and the buffs. So me using Tormund against them is going to be pretty rough. And I think the Hakkhorn, I may be wrong, may have just killed himself there. So you got to be a little bit careful with that ability. But yeah, that kind of shows off how it can definitely be easy to speed farm gold 4 with Hakkhorn in your team, and how valuable he can be in terms of cleansing. So if they do a bunch of stuff to you, place a bunch of debuffs, you can come through and cleanse that. And then, so let me go ahead, pull him up, and we'll review him in each of the different areas of the game. Alright, so arena offense. I'm gonna give him a 5. I think that's definitely his specialty, is the arena. Dragon's Lair, 3. Campaign, 2. Minotaur, he's gonna remove the hex and stuff. I'll give him a 5. He'd be pretty good for a Minotaur, like, especially for like a beginner. Not gonna be that great in the spider. I guess he would cleanse the poisons, but I don't know why some of these champions have really good ratings in like areas they're obviously not good in, but that's why I like to go through and do it instead of just going by it. He could be okay there. Fire Knight, he is not gonna be good at all. Void, he'll be fine. Spirit, he counters the affinity. I'll give him a 3. There's nothing crazy there. Magic Keep, 2. Force Keep, he's affinity countered and isn't really going to do a whole lot. So we'll go 1. And then not shown here is Arcane Keep. He would, you know, be a 5. He'd be just fine there. And Faction Wars, where he would obviously be a 5. So, yeah, I wanted to get this video done because I feel like a lot of people think Hakkhorn is just kind of trash, but he actually really can be incredible in the arena because of that ability to kind of absorb everything. With the immunity set, he's guaranteed to get his cleanse off and block debuffs. And once you get to that point, you are really up and running and you should be fine. So as always, remember, like I said, the infographic will be down in the video description for you to take a look at and kind of see, you know, there's 9 books required to max him out, the optimal sets, the stats, the grades, and all that good stuff. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think. And as always, have a good rest of your day. Peace.